This one possibly are going to be a remake of Energetic Diarrhea. But I don't know. I don't know. So I've just got back from, no, I haven't just got back, I've been back about an hour and a half, 2 hours, who knows. But a wonderful thing happened today. You see here this green bracelet. Like ages ago, I lost my black one and I was signing them out. And I was like, I'm not going to commit to having lost it. I just don't know where it is. So every time I went, I was just signing one out and you got to pay a deposit. And then I just said, because they would give me the green ones. And I mentioned it before, that really bubbly girl there. And she said, do you want me to change it for the green one now? Because it was red and it didn't look right. And she knew. I said, see, she understands. And she did. She went and got me the green one. So then I chatted the dude up about it and said, can I have one? And he was a bit, the first dude I spoke to was a bit about it. And so I spoke again another day to one of the other guys. And I know he is, I think there's quite a few supervisors of different areas down there, but he's one of them anyway. And what he said was, well, technically we take a £5 deposit because customers do walk off with them and it's to cover it. So he said, so you could just do that. And I was like, yeah, but that is technically stealing it. And I've signed it out. And, you know, the first guy was really reluctant. He was talking about policy and stuff. And fair enough, if management come down, they would just say, no, all customers have a fucking black one. They might be like that. And I just said, look, if there's a cost involved, I'll cover it. It's my green one. And he actually said, you can have it because you're lovely, but don't go telling people. Well, I kind of am, but I just said, well, nah, I'm not really, because you try and get one out of them then. It's exactly the same as the garland of flowers. I literally just saw them and thought, fucking having them. And I put them on and I walked around the gym with them. They were like barricading off one of the broken machines. And the trainer looked at me, one of the trainers there, he just looked at me and went, have you just stolen our flowers? And I just went, mate, it's like this. If you can find any fucker in this gym or any member of this gym that has got more of a claim to this than I have, then I'll give up the flowers. And he just went, take them on your way out. And that, again, those are those expressions of me that I love. And again, you know, we could, well, you have, a lot of you have, would look at that and go, oh yeah, you know, when you're the centre of attention and you're making the girls giggle and you're being all showy and da-da-da-da, I'm like, granted, I'll go 50% with you, right? But it is that communication thing. It is that communication thing. The really bubbly girl, I'm going to tell her she brightens my day, because she does. And because people say that to me and I love it. And I want to give her that feeling, because she loves the clown. She loves the clown and she's not ashamed to show it. And so I encourage it. Of course I do. And but you know, like I said, if you look at it in terms of how kids understand things, how I understand interactions when people are quiet, you know, it's not paranoid, because you're not definitely thinking it's about you and all that, but you're not sure. Hang on, oh, is this wrong? Should I not be speaking to them? Are they busy? Or, well, I suppose they could be pissed off, and all that shit goes on. Whereas when I walk in and she's there, she goes, and her face turned into this big shiny smiley thing, and that does make me smile. And I just think people need to have that recognised. People do that for me, and I'm hoping she won't find it inappropriate. I don't think she will, because I think that's how she sees me, is just fun and lovely, and I think she will be quite flattered when I say it. I want her to be, because she deserves it. She does brighten my day up. But then there was one of the other girls, and she even knew about it. I don't even know if she was involved in any of the conversations, but my bracelet didn't work. And I've been asking for the green ones. They've only had red for ages, since I arranged that I could have one. They kept just having red ones. And my black one didn't work, so I had to go back and said, my bracelet, it works not. Because they got to put it on the machine and recharge the little thingy in there. And she just went, oh, guess what we've got for you? Almost talking to a kid. And I just went, oh, is it the green one? And I did a little excited run. And you could see it was like she was smiling in that, oh, for God's sake, Mikey, kind of a way. But it was actually, she was enjoying my glee. Because yes, it's way over the top. No one else would be as excited about the green bracelet as me, probably. Although I do know some people who would. But it's genuinely fucking important to me. I love it. I love it. She was appreciating the green and the pink. It looks way better than the black. But I actually said, you don't know how you've made my day. You've made my day the dayest of days just by doing that. But again, it's just the fact that it's like there's just a silliness in connection with me. You know, I'm the bloke with the hair, or the bloke that, you know, wears costumes, or whatever they nickname they give to me when I'm not there. But it's a positive thing. But it's also, when I look at it, as I'm starting to analyse myself, it's like, yes, those are those simplistic interactions. That girl leaves me in no doubt that she's speaking to me, because her face lights right up and she smiles right at me and she waves and she asks how I am. And it's that what they called positive affect, attentive affect, as in definitely paying attention. Yeah. Because that's how loud I need my connections to be, to know that they're a connection with a human, that they're a conversation that I can have. I need them to be that significant in a way. And so, you know, a lot of the sort of camaraderie about it all, you know, I've been talking to like 3 or 4 of them and putting on that same kind of like, no, I just need a fucking green blazer. Look at the rest of me. How can you say that I need to have a black one? I don't care about this. Like, they wear navy fucking blue, right? Fucking let them have the black one. Literally, I can get like that about it, and they're just laughing. Because I'm being the clown, I'm being the schizotype and whatever, but, you know, he's landing and people are recognising him as a him, not just as a weirdo. Because I get that a lot. You know, when people creep you out, and it doesn't matter what people think. Then you haven't experienced social isolation or social exclusion at its nastiest. And, you know, those times when, you know, someone's overstepped a bit and someone else is a bit outspoken, they're like, and they give them a bollocking, and no one really stands up to them. And someone else might go, don't worry about her, she's a bit, or him. Do you know what I mean? Those kinds of things. Oh my God, I get that shit fucking wholesale, mate. And I'm never allowed to say anything because I'm always in the wrong. And there's maybe one person that has that quiet word afterwards. But again, what you don't realise, guys, is the fucking machine gun fire was happening during the fucking bollocking. And just telling someone it doesn't matter afterwards is like, no, but it already does, because when it keeps happening, it's not that one incident on its own. It's nothing to do with him or her or what was said or what I said. It's the fact it's like, for fuck's sake, everywhere I go, that's, you know, it can really fucking be like that a lot of the time. You know, so I don't like going places. The amount of fucking arguments and fucking just weird conversations I get into. And it's so often when people don't understand me, and a lot of that's to do with me not being able to communicate. So that's why I need my bright and sparkly, happy, shiny people that skip when they see me, and I do the same. But yeah, what was it? This morning was, for a while, because it was a little bit of a late start, and that's like understandable. It's all right. Fucking didn't get in till 2:30 or whatever. You know, I'd driven back, just had some sleep. But then the morning did go quite slow, and I think, you know, what can happen is that reluctance to get going can lead to a whole sort of day. It can kind of ruin the day, and I think it was hinting at that. Because again, more and more, when I start to get that feeling, I think, fine, don't worry about it then. No, don't think about anything. And sometimes it can be just a one-dayer when that happens. But no, I just cracked on, and I didn't get shitloads done, but I got quite a lot done. And I went to the gym, I trained well, I ate like a king. I'm mildly peckish, I reckon another protein shake before bed. I still haven't put the weight on, because it keeps just dropping down and creeping up, dropping down and creeping up. It's never going above 12-ish. It's gone to 12.1 once, I think. Blech. It's disheartening. And, you know, I know it could be like, oh wow, you lifted metal and, you know, you're bigger, and that was like, well, yeah, but I feel the same about like football or athletics. When you do 400 meters, you basically find out how quickly you can end up in the same place you started at. You haven't gone anywhere. You haven't even gone anywhere. You're just there. And then you're still there 40 odd seconds later. I could do that. I can do it well quick. Look, still here. There you go. Way quicker than 40 seconds. But, you know, the point is, you've got to do it when you don't want to do it. When you're dedicated to anything, a diet, a hobby, a skill, you know, anything like that. There's times when you're like, ugh, But then for me, that ugh, I don't want to go can be the start of something. So, you know, I've mentioned before how the gym is a very double-edged sword, but to me, it's a fundamental and huge part of my recovery and my ongoing well-being. Definitely, for all the biological benefits, without anything else, for all the biological benefits, and in turn, their positive effect on my mental health. Just, you know, if my brain structures aren't good at making dopamine, well, they're going to be even worse if I'm not well nourished and unhealthy. That sort of shit. It's just about getting the optimum out of yourself, isn't it? And the healthier bodily you are, the healthier mentally you are. They cannot not have a good influence upon each other. When one you see an improvement in one, you see an improvement in the other, almost always. So again, it's like, it's a good thing. I'm trying not to get too worried because, you know, it's another day one tomorrow. I'm trying not to get the dreaded feeling or the over positive feeling. I'm worried about my leg. I'm worried about my leg. That's Wednesday morning. Because, well, it just could get really complicated. But it's. I've been looking at it and doing a lot of stretching and just watching it track certain moves and think, no, look, it's going over there. Fucking hell. And then trying to do some alignment stuff at the gym, and then I look in another mirror and look, oh, fuck me, look at my hips. Not my hip, my pelvis and shit like that. It really is quite neuro-y. My body's getting uncoordinated because it's, you know, none of the insertions in my foot. That's where a muscle end is the insertion. The origin's where it starts, and it pulls the insertion towards the origin. But none of those insertions are in exactly the same orientation in space and time as they were before. My foot went, let's just change the relative position of all of them. My brain knows all of those positions, and now it's got to try and relearn them. And it relearned them from when I had the other injury. It's getting really complicated. And I'm worried because I can't ride my bike. I love my bike. My bike would help loads if I could just jump on my bike. But it's painful. I can do about a mile. Can't ride it properly. It's horrible. Can't walk too far. Can't run at all. Can't run about. I can dance for about 5 minutes, but I'm always aching. I'm having to sit down. I keep getting backache. It's quite fucking miserable physically. And I'm concerned. Because anyone would be thinking, is this it now? Is this, you know, if he says he doesn't operate. So I think anyone would be worried, and, you know, anyone would have mental health issues just off the back of the fucking leg. And I'm like, mate, fucking, that was just one of the many fucking cherries on an already well fucking established cake. Do you know what I mean? By the time I broke my fucking leg, mate, getting on with recovering from my leg was piss easy. I used to say to people in hospital when they would, you know, when I was trying to talk about all the other stuff I'd have, and I was like, do you know, this is about 10% of my problem. This leg is about 10% of my fucking problem right now. And I'd always get, oh no, he's going to talk about mental health. We'll be there for the day, and he'll probably end up crying, and it won't help him anyway. He's just being negative. Let's go and leave him to it. Or whatever fucking stigma it was. But all I know is whenever I mentioned my mental health in hospital, I got fucking stony silence, mate. Pretty much. So yeah, I'm concerned about that. But that's Wednesday. Got well-being on Tuesday. I've got quite a lot going on. There may or may not be video. There may be videos galore. There may be none. Who knows? Who knows? Tune in when there's another video and find but yeah, I'll knock this one on the head now. And I don't even know what I'm going to call it. So you'll find out when you read the title.